What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Masculine Energy. Second episode of the show. Like I said before, I'll say it again. This show's for a different audience. This show's for the men out there that, for whatever reason, maybe needing a little bit of reassurance, maybe needing a little bit of a sense of direction. Uh, you know, right here, what we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about having a passion, having a desire. You know, having that sensation of going out there, making things happen, going out there, finding a purpose, going out there, having drive, going out there and getting some because it ain't gonna get itself. You know, and with that being said, this is one of those things that needs to be acknowledged, it needs to be welcomed, needs to be said. I have to fix that camera real quick. With that being said, this is one of those things that needs to be acknowledged, needs to be said that, you know what, it's not gonna get itself. You gotta go out there, you gotta make it happen, you gotta have that purpose, you gotta have that drive, you gotta have that ambition, you gotta have that, you know, all that good stuff to go ahead and find that purpose, find your destiny, and make stuff happen. Nobody's going to do it for you. Nobody's going to sit over here, you know, and make sure you get what you deserve. No, you determine what you deserve. You go out there and you get it. You make it happen. You apply yourself, and you sit over here and you make sure that at the end of the day, it's yours. You want it, you own it, you take it, you have that ambition, you have that desire, you have that fire. You know, don't sit over here and let somebody else try to determine something for you. Don't let somebody sit over here and tell you you're not good enough. Don't let some, you know, again, it goes back to the females on the other, you know, on the other episode. Don't let them try to sit over here and manipulate you, task you with something that's not yours, that you don't want to do, that you wouldn't normally do. No. You know what you would do. You know what you're about. You know what you want to get. You know what you want to accomplish. You know, or you have some sort of know-how of what you're about, what your life is about, what you want to be about. If you don't know what you're about, you know what you want to be about. If you don't know what you're interested in, you have an idea of what you're interested in. Don't let anybody ever sit over here and tell you, oh, you're not good enough, or oh, that's not how it's supposed to work, or oh, it ain't never been done before. On my plaque up here, I got something that says everything's impossible until somebody does it. Keep that in mind, guys. Everything is impossible until somebody does it. Nobody thought we could walk on the moon. What did we do? We walked on the freaking moon. Be passionate about yourself. Be passionate about yourself. Nobody's going to have that same passion for you that you will have for you. You want to learn something? Hey, it's easier now than ever. It's easier now than ever. You can self-educate yourself. You can research on things on your own now with the internet. No, let's not get it twisted. Okay? Let's not get it twisted. You have the desire, you have the fire. All you got to do is have the willpower, the determination, and the oomph to go out there and get it. Self-initiate whatever it is you want to do in life. Like I said, I mean, it's so easy now. You can watch a YouTube video, you can figure things out on your own, and you could go out there and you can make it happen. But you got to make it happen. Nobody's going to make it happen for you. Nobody's going to do it for you. Nobody's going to sit over here and make sure, hold your hand, and oh no, look, it's like this, it's like that. Oh, well, you see? You see what we did now? Do you get it now? No. Get out there, put your hands on something, get that experience, get that know-how through trial and error. Like I said, have that passion, have that fire, have that desire to go out there and learn, make things happen. For those of y'all that are getting focused on women, hey, they'll come. But they're not going to come because you're focused on them. They're going to come because you're focused on yourself. They're going to come because you're ambitious and you're going out there trying to get what it is you think you deserve in this life. And guess what? For all the people that sit over here, hey, you don't deserve nothing. You deserve what you get. This life, you get in, you get out of it what you put in. On your drive, on your mission, on your goals, on your ambitions, on that grind. Put in them hours, non-stop. And I'm not talking about putting in the hours, clocking in, clocking out. I'm talking about putting in the hours on yourself, self-investing. That's what I'm talking about. Making that self-investment. Making yourself better. making yourself better. Learning how to sit over here and cut, learning how to sit over here and weld, learning how to sit over here and cook, learning how to sit over here and cook, work on cars, learning self-improvement, self-reliability. Fulfill that urge to want to know more. You want to be self-reliant because, oh my God, inflation's up and I don't know, I can't afford this, I can't afford that. Buy some seeds. Plant them seeds in the dirt. Learn how to farm, learn how to harvest. Self-reliability right there. Boom. Don't got to go to the store anymore. What's that? You had to pay how much for that? I got that growing in my yard. That ain't nothing. Plenty of things that we can do to make ourselves better. You had to pay how much for a doggy door? Oh. I cut my door up myself. I sat over here and put that frame in, and guess what? I got a doggy door now. You paid how much for that deck? Oh. Yeah, no, that's a lot. Oh, what did I do? Oh, I rented an auger from Home Depot, drilled those holes in the ground, laid that concrete, put up them 4x4s, built the frame myself, or built a frame using a template of pallets. Yeah, I built my own deck, my own back porch. What was that? You want a pond? But the land didn't come with a pond. Oh, me? I rented a bobcat and I dug that hole myself. Yeah. Put that liner down. Put those stones in the bottom of the pond. Put the fish and the frogs in there. Or hell, really, I just put fish in there. The frogs came on their own. Now, sure enough, I got ducks in the backyard. And I'm not saying you want all that. All I'm simply saying is do not hesitate. Do not second guess yourself to self-improve what you want to know, what you want to learn, and what you want to have. You can have it all. You can have it all. But you got to go get it. You got to go get it. You got to learn. And you got to apply yourself. Nowadays, people want to sit over here and wait for things to pop up in their lap. Nothing happens because you want it to. It just doesn't manifest itself because, oh, well, I want a new car. Does a new car pop up in your driveway? No, a new car doesn't magically appear. We're not Aladdin. This isn't three wishes coming from a genie. No. This is you going out there and you getting it. You going out there and you having that drive. You going out there and you making it happen because it's not going to happen itself. You going out there because you're dependable. Because you're self-dependable. Because you're self-reliable. Because you're self-initiated. Because you want that so bad that you're going to go out there and you're going to make it happen regardless of what it is in order to have it happen. All the top athletes, they didn't get there because they didn't train. They didn't get there because, oh, I can't do any better. That's as good as it's gonna get. I guess I'll stop. I guess I'll top out. That's it. I can't do anything else. No, they said, you know what? I can get better. I can get better. I can tweak this. I can tweak that. I can manipulate this. I can manipulate that. I can get better. Conor McGregor didn't become one of the greatest MMA fighters because he didn't train for it. No, he trained. And sometimes it hurts. Sometimes you can't. You got this voice inside your head saying, hey, you can't do it anymore. Hey, give up. Hey, man, this sucks. Hey, there's always a level of uncomfort. Always a level of uncomfort whenever you are working on yourself to get better. When you are making yourself better. Whenever you are self-improving, there's always a level of uncomfort. Why? Because you're in a different atmosphere. You're out of your comfort zone. And you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be out of your comfort zone. That's what it takes to adapt to a new situation, to get out of that comfort zone. Don't get caught up in comfortability. Don't do it. Don't ever get too comfortable. I don't care what it is in life. Don't ever get too comfortable. Always want for more. Always strive for more. Always make yourself better. Always self-improve. Yeah, the This YouTube channel and my other one, no, not a lot of views. That's okay. That's alright. You don't get a lot of views at the beginning. Like I say, Rome wasn't built in one night nor one day. No, it took years. It took investments. It took bartering. That's what it takes. Things in life take work. You have to put in the work. And guess what? If you're not putting in the work, somebody else is. And when they do, you're going to sit over here and go, damn, I wish I had that. Man, they're doing really good. Hey, man, what's it take to get there? What's it take to get to that level? Work. Don't be afraid to work. Don't be afraid to put in the hours. Oh, I don't want to. Yeah? Whenever you're not wanting to, somebody else is wanting to. Oh, that's uncomfortable. Oh, yeah? That's cool. While you're sitting over here saying, I'm uncomfortable, I don't want to. Somebody else is saying, hey, you know what? It's uncomfortable, but I'm going to get it. It's uncomfortable, and I'm having a hard time breathing, but you know what? I'm still breathing. I'm still alive. I'm still kicking. I'm still ripping. I'm tearing into it. I'm clawing into that. You got sweat, blood, and tears out there getting it. I don't care what it is. You got somebody else out there driving forward. You got somebody else out there getting it. You got somebody else out there making it happen. And again, guys, no different than the last video. We're talking about things that you can control. You may not have absolute control of the outcome. You may not. But you know what? You're putting forth that work. You're putting forth that effort. At the end of the day, eventually, somewhere along the way, you're making a deal. You're investing in yourself. Don't lose that drive. Don't lose that ambition. Go out there, get it, tear it apart, rip it apart, every single thing you can. Dig deep. Dig deep and drive forward. Conquer and prosper. You may not see the immediate results. You may not see the results at the end of the day. You may not see the results tomorrow. You may not see the results at the end of the week. Those numbers may not add up on that bi-weekly paycheck that you get. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Life's hard. Work is hard. Nothing is easy in life. Unless you're born into some sort of fortune because of a company and because of a family investment, silver spoon, golden cup, etc. Hey, life's hard. You got to get out there. You got to work. You got to get it. Somebody else, if you're doing good, somebody's doing better. There's always somebody out there doing more than you. Remember that. And I'm not saying outpace yourself. I'm not saying work till you're broke. I'm not saying exhaust yourself by all matters of the fact. No, use some reasonability. Use some common sense whenever sitting over here and doing this. Know your limitations, but at the same time, don't be scared to reach or get close to those limitations. So you can adjust. You can adapt. You can make those changes through an evolutionary process. Through an evolutionary process, all organisms, all biological organisms went through some sort of evolutionary process. I'm not saying you can adapt to whatever in this lifetime. I get it. We're not gonna turn into a Wolverine or anything like that. But your body can sit over here and adapt to X amount of things. You as a person can adapt to X amount of things. Your mentality can adapt to X amount of things. Physically, when you're working out and you're doing those micro tears in those muscles sit over here and they get bigger and they get better and they get stronger because you're sitting over here and feeding them through food, through a source of food, and you're getting that rest so that body can repair. And guess what? That's an adaptation. That's an adaptation process. When you go through trial and error and you feel like, oh man, I don't know, I feel defeated. I feel like I can't get anything else. I feel like I can't. I don't know what my purpose is. That's a trial and error. Hey, you know what? You were down in those dumps. What did you do? You sat over here. You picked yourself up. You picked yourself up and you dusted yourself off. And you know what? You decided to sit over here and start walking again. You decided to get back on that horse. You decided to get back in that car. You decided to say, you know what? Hey, I'm not done yet. I'm not going to quit. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to push forward and I'm going to do it again. And you know what? I'm going to do it better this time. I'm going to do it better this time. I'm going to use a better technique so that way I don't get knocked off I don't get knocked off again. If I fall, I'm going to fall better. If I dust myself off and I may have scathed myself, hey, you know what? I dust myself off, I slap a Band-Aid on it, and I keep on going. I keep pushing forward. I go ahead and I make it happen. I go ahead and I get out there and I push that grind and I push that envelope. And I make sure that at the end of the day, people know my worth, my value. I want it. I got ambition. I got that drive. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and get better at something. I'm going to get good. I'm going to keep moving even though people are saying I can't move. How many stories have we heard of somebody that says, oh, John over there, John suffered a great deal. John suffered a great injury. You know what? He may not be able to walk again. And through straight willpower, what's John do? What? I'm not going to be able to walk. John can sit over here and say, hey, you know what? Doc said I'm not going to be able to walk. I guess that's it. I guess I'm not going to be able to walk. Or John can sit over here and say, you know what? I'm going to prove you wrong. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to walk again. I'm going to be able to stand up for what I believe in. I'm going to be able to walk in the direction that I want to be able to walk in. I'm going to push myself to every single physical limit that I can and every single mental breakthrough that I can in order to sit over here and drive that neural activity, that neurological activity inside my brain to sit over here and make those nerves, make that muscular system sit over here and do what it can. You can't tell me I can't walk again. I can get up and I can walk again. I can press forward. Because as a man, that's what we do. We push forward. Don't let people get in your way. Don't let things get in your way. Hey, you know what? Sometimes trial and error happens. Sometimes accidents happen. Sometimes, absolutely, there's things out of our control that we just can't do anything about. Adapt to it. Adapt to it. Realize what you have control over. Realize what you don't have control over. And you know what? You make the adjustments that you can reasonably make within your body, within your mindset, within your frame. Make those freaking adjustments of what you can and cannot. Assess the situation, adapt to the situation, and overcome. There's a lot of situations out there that at the end of the day, they're going to suck. There's a lot of times, hey, you know what? I may have to eat a shit sandwich on this one, at least for a little while. Make those changes. Make a situation work for you. You have power over that. You have control over that. Make it work for you. It may not work for anybody else, but it doesn't have to work for anybody else. It has to work for you. Don't get caught up in the negativity that this world can sit over here and push on you. Don't get caught up in the pressure of surrounding things that you have no control over. You have control over yourself. Put a little more pressure on yourself. Don't overwhelm yourself. Alright? Do just enough to where you can change. Just enough to where it can work in your favor. Don't let things discourage you. Like I said, it starts up here. It's a mental game. It's a straight mental game. Every single time you come across something that'll mentally make you weak, don't break. Bend, don't break. You're better than that. Become unbreakable. Become unshakable. Get that mindset right. Dig deep. Understand it's not the end of the world. Understand it's not the end of your world. Understand you're not done yet. Every single time my mom sits over here and says, hey, I'm proud of you. Hey, I ain't done yet. I may not even know exactly to what degree that may or may not mean. What I know is that my life isn't over with yet. And I know at the end of the day, I'm going to continue to improve. Whether it's something I want to improve on that she may not understand. Whether it's something that I want to improve on that she does understand. It doesn't matter. Bottom line is I'm not done yet. I'm not out of the game yet. We could all be taken out of the game tomorrow. But guess what? It didn't happen. You got another day to drive forward. You got another day to succeed at something. You got another day to learn something. You got another day to self-motivate. You got another day to sit over here and self-influence yourself. You have another day to make adjustments in your life, to sit over here and make things better, to make your life better, to make you better, to make your family better. Learn from life. Make adjustments to where you're living a better day than what you did yesterday. Make adjustments to where you are better. Personally, you are better than what you were yesterday. Self-improvement is all about drive. It's all about determination. It's all about saying, yeah, that was good, but I can do better. You can always do better. You don't need approval from anybody else except yourself. You live your life. Nobody lives your life for you. You do what's in your best interest. The interest of others, what's in the best interest of others, doesn't matter. You will have characters in your life come in and say, oh yeah, but I would have done it this way. Doesn't matter. They're not you. Doesn't matter how they would do it. If they would do it, they probably would have done it already. Have they even done anything? No. But you'll have these characters come around and critique you. So let me get this straight. You're going to sit over here and you're going to judge me the way how I do things, but you haven't done anything yourself? Yeah, so I should really take your advice, shouldn't I? You got people that'll sit over here and say, oh yeah, credit and stocks and all this other stuff, and dude, it's just money laying around, and you know what? I mean, you could become a millionaire by this time. Are you a millionaire? Because if you're not, but you're giving me advice on how to be a millionaire, playing the stocks, playing the loans, playing all this sort of credit game. If you're not a millionaire, but you know how to be a millionaire, I'm just curious as why you're not a millionaire. And you know what? That may sound dumb. Whatever the case, that's cool. That's fine. I don't sit over here, and I don't expect necessarily people to completely understand some of the aspects of that. What I do know is that at the end of the day, you have things you can change. You have things you can improve on. You have things you can adapt to for those improvements. For all the people that want to sit over here and say whatever they want to say, don't let that get in your head. Don't let it get in your head. At the end of the day, you do you. You take care of your business. You handle your business. You go out there, you make a drive, you have a purpose, you serve a purpose, you find out what it is you want to go do, and you go out there and you get it. Nobody can get it the way you can get it for you. Nobody can sit over here and say what's in your best interest. You know what's in your best interest. If you don't know what's in your best interest, you'll find out what's in your best interest. You go out there and you get it, and you make sure people notate what is or what is not taking place. You are not going to succeed. You're not going to get the direct benefits Hold on. Sorry about that. You're not going to get the direct benefits or see the direct benefits of what you're accomplishing in life tomorrow. It's going to take time. Everything takes time. And you don't get time back. You don't get time back. So make sure you're doing something with your time. Make sure you are self-improving with your time. Your time matters. This is your time. This is your life. You are the main character. You control the narrative. You make the decisions. You see the results of your decisions. Sometimes they work in your favor, sometimes they don't. Hold yourself accountable. That way you can learn and adapt from whatever decisions you've made. Don't let anybody sit over here and say whatever it is they want to say. You're always going to have people try to critique you out there. Their critique doesn't matter. If you want a second opinion, get a second opinion. If you want to hear their opinion, hear their opinion. But don't get so stuck in that their opinion is the right way. Guess what? I guarantee you their life isn't exactly working out for them the way they would like it to. If you're doing something, you're doing something. They may give you advice and they may not be doing anything with their life. They may just be floating along like the rest of the world. Hey, I work my 8 hours and then I go through a drive-thru on the way home, and then I get home and I relax. That's cool. I'm not saying don't relax. I'm not saying, don't find that peace that you need from that hectic day you may or may not have. I'm not saying don't have that. What I am saying is that you can make an improvement in your life somewhere. You can better yourself somehow. You can build that mental strength that you need in this world. You take a look around at what's going on. Watch your news channels. You don't even have to watch your news channels. Just pay attention to what's going on. There are millions of weak people out there. Do not be one of those people. Do not be like everybody else. Make a difference. Make a change. Have some self-inspiration. Your self-inspiration may inspire somebody else. Your self-motivation may motivate somebody else. Your self-influence may influence somebody else. I can't tell you what will happen. It goes back to the simplicity of whenever you were young and you were in class and the teacher always said there's no such thing as a stupid question. You know what? There's not. Because the same question you have may be the same question somebody else has. Take that initiative to go ahead and ask that question. You're curious about something, you want to know something, you want to try to figure something out, you want to know a little more, you go ahead and you ask that question. Because the same people that are saying, oh gee, what are you, stupid? They probably had that same question. They're just too embarrassed. They're too weak-minded to sit over here and say, hey, you know what, teach, I got a question. They're over there being a coward and then they want to judge you. Who are you to judge me? Are you even worth my time for me to even consider the fact that you judge me? It's good to know. Because guess what? Whenever we use these and we point there, we got one finger pointing forward, we got three more pointing back at us. Observe things that are going on. Observe things that are going on. Observe the characters of people. Never forget who you are. Never forget what you're about. Never forget what you want in life. Never forget how you could always overcome, be better. You could always be doing something to self-improve. Don't forget it. Man, you are out there. You are special. You are a special person. And if you don't feel special, make yourself feel special. Learn something, do something, train something. You got these freaking hands. You got these amazing tools that are attached to your body. Do something with them. Make a difference. That's what your purpose is. Your purpose in life is to make a difference. You may not make a difference for the millions around the world. You make a difference to yourself. One day, if you got a kid or if you already have a kid, you make a difference to that kid. You got a wife or a girlfriend, you can make a difference to them. You got a mom or a dad, you can make a difference to them. You are a special creature put on this earth for a reason. Do not let anybody sit over here and tell you or try to make you believe that you are worthless. Alright? You shouldn't feel worthless because guess what? You have control over you. That goes into this whole aspect of today's show. Go out there, drive forward, get a passion, get a desire, get some ambition. You want to learn something, learn something. You want to sit over here and you want to learn how to write. Start looking on the internet of, hey, how do I write this? You want to learn how to draw. Start looking on the internet, hey, how do I draw? We don't have to go anywhere nowadays to sit over here and learn a new skill. You don't have to go anywhere to learn a new skill. You got a cell phone, you can learn it up. You can look it up, learn it, apply it. Is it going to turn out the way you want to immediately when you start? No. It's not supposed to. You're going through a learning curve. You're having to make adjustments. You're having to tweak things. You're having to sit over here and figure out what works for you. You're having to sit over here and go, hey, you know what? That was good, but it could be better. It's not up to my standards. It's good for the first time. It's good for the go-around considering I didn't know what I was doing. It's good for the simple fact that at the end of the day, it's something new. So there's going to be mistakes. It's something new. So it's not going to look as good as the professional fucking has it. Of course it's not. You're new to the skill. You're new. You're still adapting. You're still changing. You're still manipulating. You're still tweaking. You're still... Of course, you're going to have to fine-tune it. Bottom line is get out there, learn something, train something, make yourself better, and keep driving forward. Find an interest that you like and that you have and that nobody can sit over here and take away from you. Inspire yourself. So that's it for today, guys. Today's just simply about passion. Finding a desire. There's nobody like you out there in the world. Nobody can replace you. Nobody can replace you in your life. Okay? Again, it's like I told y'all. Don't let outside influences determine who you are or your worth. You determine who you are and your worth. Alright? For those of y'all that are in relationships, don't let these girls or don't let these significant others try to dictate who you are, what you're about, what you should be about, what you can and cannot accomplish. Don't let them do it. You figure that out for yourself. Again, it's your life. So remember, the only thing you should be chasing is what you want to go after and what you want to do, what you inspire yourself to do, what you determine yourself to do, what you desire yourself to do. Make that self-investment. As far as anything else, as far as anybody else specifically, because that's what this channel is about. This channel is about you putting yourself first. As far as anybody else, and I do mean anybody else, I'm not talking about your aspirations and your ambitions. As far as anybody else, don't chase, replace. And she's just a girl. She's not your world. Make your world better for you. Do what's in your best interest. I'll see you in the next episode. Like I said, y'all stick around.